Once upon a time, I thought I was so smart, but now my life is falling apart. There's nothing I can do, a total eclipse of my hair part. Oh yeah. A total eclipse of my hair part. It's bad. Oh yeah.
All right, what's going on, everybody? All right, so look, first of all, I know everybody's talking about this and this other stuff, but look, I'm telling you, that's a red herring. It's a misdirection. It's all nonsense. It was a fugazi. It's never gonna happen. The elite's got much bigger plans for this. Okay, so here's the story, right? Nervous. Door's locked, right? Look, so here's the scoop. So this is all alleged. This came from a source. Who knows a source? Who's got uncles, brothers, cousins, friends, fiancés, nephews, got an inside person who knows, who's an insider of an insider, but this is all alleged. This is a source. You've heard of like 6 degrees of separation. This is like 36 degrees of separation. Okay, please. All right. But what I'm telling you here stays between us. All right. I feel like we're tight. I feel like we got that kind of relationship. Okay. But I need you guys to know the scoop. All right. So here's the scoop. So Meghan gets invited to go to this secretive meeting, right? All right, fair enough. Bunch of black SUVs, blacked out SUVs show up. Lots of dudes, lots of sunglasses, look like a bunch of, who's, right? Men in black type of situation, right? They show up, they pick her up, right? No H. Just the Megmeister, Shiesty McMeister herself, right? And she's like, you know what? All right, fine, I'll roll. So they go halfway there, halfway to the destination. She doesn't even know where she is. Halfway to the destination, they ask her voluntarily, you need to put on a blindfold or we can't go any further. So she goes, nah, no problem. I'm in. Boom. She puts on a blindfold. Next thing you know, they show up at this huge compound. This is all alleged, okay? This is all alleged. This is a story I heard, all right? Just trying to fill you guys in. So she gets to this huge compound, right? And she gets inside, and I mean, it's wild. Okay, it's wild. Like it's just wild. It's like eyes wide shut wild. All right, everybody's got a mask on. Nobody knows nothing. People are in the shadows. All right. So finally, she meets one of the people, right? And she's sitting there going, is this how it goes down? And are they gonna ask me to be the senator? I mean, what's going on? So they gather her around. Everybody gathers around, and they're like, we've invited you here to celebrate you. And she was like, okay. Anyways. So this is how it went down. Now, all the bigs were there, all right? All the bigs. You're talking the big this, the big that, you big this, big that. You know what I'm saying, right? The big cheese was there. All of the bigs, right? You had all the money people were there. You got the State Street, you got Main Street, you got Boardwalk, Park Place was there. Everybody was there, right? You got the Black Rocks, My Pet Rock. I think The Rock was there allegedly. Chris Rock might have been there. There was all the rocks, right? You got the Banks. You had the J.P. Morgan. Morgan Freeman might have been there. You got the Stanleys. You got I think Paul Stanley from Kiss might have been there. It was weird, but who knows? Allegedly, Stanley Tucci might have been there. It was just the Fargos were there. Everybody was there, right? The guys that were in the movie Fargo were there. I mean, it was just crazy. Okay, this is what I heard, right? On top of which, so you got all the big corporations. Everybody's there, right? Now, on top of which, the actual frickin' Illuminati's there, right? The actual Illuminati's there. The Bohemian Grove people are there. I mean, it's wild, right? This is what I heard, okay? Alleged, right? This is alleged. That's all I'm saying. No proof, no evidence, right? On top of which, they even said, look, we know you're married to an alleged prince, hypothetically. But we actually have a real prince here. And they bring out the frickin' Prince of Darkness himself. And I think you know who I'm talking about. El Diablo himself, right? El Diablo says he's a huge fan, okay? This is how this goes down, right? This is what I heard, okay? So they sit her down, right? And they're like, look. They whip out her CV, okay? So they're going through her history a little bit. And they said, hey, we just want to verify things. And we like to get our information from the source. And we like to get it from the horse's mouth. And after looking at you smiling, we figure that you are the person, you are the horse's mouth. I mean, literally and figuratively. So this is how this goes down. They said, we just want to verify a couple things with you, okay? So first of all, they said, look, Number one, yes, there have been some royals that have done some, things that are, not great. Okay. However, nobody has ever thrown a monkey wrench into the royal family like you did, and leveled accusations like you did on that Oprah interview. They said that's when you popped up on our radars. They said, so that's when we started tracking you. Okay. That's what's going on. This is how they operate. All right. This is in the shadows. Right. They said the next thing that popped up on our radar was here's the other weird thing. This is another side note. They said, we understand why you married who you married. They said, but you looked like you were, into him in the beginning. And they said, we need to ask you, do you wear glasses or contacts or prescriptions? Is anything wrong with your eye? We might need you to sign some stuff later. And she said, no, my eyesight's fine. They said, okay, so you voluntarily, we're doing that. And she was like, yeah. So anyways, I said, okay, so you popped up when you, leveled those accusations, okay? They said then, on top of which, the next thing that popped up on our radar was when you went to Uvalde. They said now, when you showed up there, you just looked like a regular girl. You had a hat on, you had a shirt on, you had a pair of jeans on, and a mask on. They said nobody would have known nothing if you just really wanted to go pay your respects. However, you showed up with a bodyguard in an SUV and a driver, and you also had a professional photographer, and you took off your mask so everybody knows who you are. They said, look, we do some pretty low stuff, but we didn't even send anybody to go do something like that. So that's pretty low. And on top of which, we heard that you allegedly donated like 2 boxes of sandwiches. So you spent like $19 or something. I mean, it was, so they were just blown away by that, right? But what really picked them up and put her on the map to them was the last 60 days. And that's when they said they were really impressed. They said, first of all, we just want to get this straight. You went to an event for disabled veterans, and you made the whole event about you and your PR. And the other thing is this, you actually had the charity pay for you to go. Is that right? And they were floored, right? Everybody had a good chuckle about that. They said on top of which, once you're done with that, you then go immediately to a first responders event and make that event about yourself as a PR move too. They couldn't believe it. They could not believe it. They were like, if people were taking notes. I mean, they weren't taking notes. Their assistants were taking notes. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, they said, but the other thing is, they said, this is what we really could not figure out. And we've been trying to accomplish this ourselves forever. But you somehow have cracked the mold, and we need to really, we need somebody like you. We need to figure out how you think. And they could not believe. They said, let me just get this straight. You went to a low-income school to do a charity event, a PR thing for you and your documentary. However, you had poor people donate, or you allegedly asked them to donate to your charity to possibly buy your book for a charity event for you that you were doing for them. However, it was only really benefiting you, considering that you just volunteered 2 boxes of vegetables, and some of them allegedly weren't even that great. Is that correct? And they were like blown away. So they said, look, the senator and all that stuff, they said, look, those are puppets. We could get any bozo moron to do any of that stuff. Please. They're all yo-yos. Please. And they were like, I don't know why you're calling, Gav. You don't need to call. I mean, if you need hair products delivered, yeah, you call Gav. But if, please, you're going to start talking and dealing directly with us. This is how it went. So what they want to do, it's like, like almost like in a group when you're going to join like a membership, they almost have you as a prospect first. So they want to see how you do, right? So allegedly, they're putting her on retainer as a consultant. So that's what's going on. They need to know what other schemes, what other snaky, dirty schemes is this, can she concoct? Because they are impressed, because she's done things that they haven't even she's infiltrated things that they haven't even been able to infiltrate. So That's allegedly the scoop of what's going on. The senator, schmenator, that's all a bunch, that's just a red herring to throw everybody off the scent of what they're really doing. It's the Kansas City shuffle, my friend. They're getting you to look left and they're really doing something on the right. All right? This is the oldest trick in the book. Okay? So don't go buying into all this nonsense. All these people, thinking all this stuff. You know what? They're playing, as far as I'm concerned, they're playing, kitty checkers. And I'm over here on, Grandmaster 3D level chess. You know what I'm saying? I'm like that girl in the Queen's Gambit. I'm playing like 20 games at once. Anyways, so like I said before, this is a personal between us because I care about you guys. And I hope, I want you guys to be informed of what the scoop is, allegedly, okay? Now, the other thing is this. If you don't hear from me, let's just say, let's just say all of a sudden videos stop coming. You know what I'm saying?
FBI, open up!
Don't forget to like and subscribe, baby.
LUVS you, baby. You're beautiful.